All right, let's talk. So basically, I'm going to start off with two matches. We need to talk about these two matches. So we're going to start off talking about the Fatal 4-Way match. For the Intercontinental Championship, who do we got? We got Penta, Braun Breaker, Finn Balor, and Dominic Mysterio. All right? Whew. Intense, because it's a very intensible match because we really don't know who's going to win this match. Everybody on the internet saying Dom is going to win. Everyone is saying Penta is going to win. Some people are saying Finn Balor is going to win. Some people are saying that Braun Breaker is going to retain because of Sheamus and Kaiser. But here's the thing. I don't know who's going to interfere in this match but Liv Morgan. But I also think it maybe JD might interfere. Maybe Alexa Bliss might interfere. There's so many things that could happen at WrestleMania that we just don't know. Only thing I'm hoping for is that my prediction comes true. Rather Dom betrays Finn or Finn betrays Dom. Only thing, after looking at the polls, people are still saying that Liv and Finn are working together. But so many people do not want to see Liv with Finn. But those two started this mess. Remember, they started this mess. They started all this just to betray the two people that grew the Judgment Day, and that was Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley. As soon as they got kicked out, it been about Finn and Liv this whole time. And the only reason why Dom is included is because Liv Morgan's been giving him nothing but credit for helping her win matches, for helping her win gold, for helping her with her success. And that's the reason why she's going around here talking her shit. But she's been talking her shit way before she got with Dom. It's just she couldn't back it up. Now she can back it up. But that's because she got the people around her. So, because without these people, she wouldn't be nothing. But just a loudmouth, And unfortunately, Liv Morgan's going to continue to be that until the end of time. Because people like this side of Liv Morgan. They like the confidence. They like the cockiness. They like the obnoxious and annoying side of her. They like it. I mean, I wouldn't mind it if she did this by her own. I wouldn't mind it if she was solo. I wouldn't mind it if she did this independently. I wouldn't mind it. But the fact that you're doing this with a group, I can't condone it because, you do cheat a lot. But I don't know if you got this from Eddie Guerrero. But why the fuck are you trying to be him when he wasn't this loud and obnoxious? If anybody reminds of somebody of Eddie Guerrero, it's Dom just a little bit. But that's because of the look. I mean, shoot. She's been around Dom so much that she's been doing the Three Amigos every time she get in a fucking match. And it makes no sense. Because the woman is literally mocking the dead of Eddie Guerrero and using his catchphrases, using his moves, and seems to me like she's doing it just to impress Dom. But what's going to happen when her and Dom split? That's what I'm trying to figure out. When they split, is she going to stop doing that? Because I really think that she's disrespecting the legend himself, Eddie Guerrero. Now, many would disagree, I know. But when you start using the Three Amigos often, and then you start using catchphrases like, if you're not cheating, you're not trying, kind of lets me know that you're trying to be Mexican, but you're too white to be. Wait, let me say that perfectly. You're trying to be Mexican when you're too white to be. So, what is the prediction for the Fatal 4-Way match? Well, we know this match is going to be about Finn and Dom because we really don't know what's going to happen to Bron Breakker and Penta. But the question is Finn and Dom are going to wrestle? Seems to me like they won't. Seems like they're going to work together until, one of them do what they do. But one thing I hate about this match is the fact that it doesn't remind you of that triple threat match with Obafemi and A-Town Down, now does it? Because I don't recall Austin and Clarkson, Waller, I'll say Waller. I don't remember those two wrestling each other in that match. I don't. But that's what happens when you put tag team members in the, triple threat or fatal 4-way match. But it's crazy because when John Cena was facing Triple H and Shawn Michaels and Triple H was wrestling each other and they were a team. So why can't they do the same thing with Finn and Dom? I don't know. We won't know until we watch the match. But everybody is saying that Dom is going to betray Finn and Finn is going to betray Dom. And it's all because of Liv Morgan. Everybody has a high expectation that Dom is going to win and have a high expectation that Liv Morgan is going to have Dom betray Finn. But what's confusing about this, right, is this. If Liv Morgan didn't change her profile picture and she didn't change her cover art and she didn't repost that tweet of when Finn called Dom a snake and she didn't come out in her match at Bayley's match with just gear of the Judgment Day members but Dom, then maybe I can believe for a fact that Liv Morgan is going to side with Dom. But these clues are just too short. These clues are obvious to see. But for some reason, these clues are not able for the people to see. If y'all find this as a distraction, then y'all just too easily distracted. Why is it every time I get a video sent to me, there's a clue that Liv Morgan is going to split this relationship up? Because she's been playing a really good role of being a girlfriend. But what people don't know is that Liv is a great actress. That's why every time you listen to her do an interview, it's very, very hard for you to take her serious as a human being because all you hear is a woman that don't know, or actually a woman that forgot how to be human. See, it seems to me like Liv Morgan's trying her best not to break character, but she hasn't ran into anybody that have put the pressure on her to break character. It's very hard for Liv Morgan to break character. I'm not scared of Liv Morgan. And the reason why I'm not scared of her is because if I put my hands on her, I feel skin. I feel flesh and bone. That lets me know that this is a human being. This is not no AI-generated robot. This is a woman that is playing a character that refused to break. Because when she went to Coachella, did you see any dirty Dom gear? When she went to Coachella with CJ and And JoJo and Raquel, did she wear any Dirty Dom gear? No. She wears Stone Cold gear. Why, I don't know. But I ain't gonna admit. I ain't gonna lie. When I saw her with CJ and JoJo and Raquel, I ain't gonna lie, I was horny as fuck. I admit it. I was horny. I was very attracted to JoJo, and I was very attracted to Raquel, even though I'm a fan of Raquel and I like Raquel. When Raquel, sometimes people forget that Raquel is a woman. See, I don't think people pay attention to how attractive she is. She is attractive. It's just, I would rather for her to show her attraction to Carlito than show it to guys across the world. I know a lot of men that don't find Raquel attractive. But that's because they never see the woman side of her. All they see is a giant woman with a muscular face. But I never hear anyone on the internet saying that Raquel looked like a man. It's pretty much Rhea. Which is crazy because they both are feminine, but for some reason you guys see muscle and you assume that the woman with muscle is not feminine, so you look at them like they're men. Well, I don't see y'all saying the same. I don't see y'all keeping the same energy to Jordynne Grace. But maybe it's because every time you guys try to clap back at Jordynne Grace, she don't give you grace when she talks to you because you know she's going to talk back. And you guys can't handle that because you know anytime somebody talk back to Jordynne Grace, she's going to hit you with things that you know man can't handle when it comes to the fragile ego. But with Rhea and Raquel, it's like, I don't care. But how come you don't feel the same way with Liv Morgan? I feel like Liv Morgan is planning something. I feel like she is planning something that's going to make people have that shock and awe moment. Everybody is looking at Liv Morgan like she's a fiend of Dirty Dom. But the problem is, if you hear the crowd scream, Dirty Dom, Dirty Dom, Dirty Dom, then there's a sign right there that Dom is going to be babyface. And Liv and Finn are going to stay heel until the end of time. Now, I don't know what it's going to take for Liv Morgan to be humble, but it seems to me like she's never going to be humble because this is the character that people want to see. They want to see a Liv Morgan that's obnoxious. They want to see a Liv Morgan that's annoying. They want to see a Liv Morgan that's evil. But Liv Morgan definitely has ways of getting back at people. But one thing she never can do is this. She can never do it by herself. She always feels like she needs help. And the help that she has right now is Raquel. So to portray Dom like this, man, it's going to be very interesting on how it's going to go. I mean, I have two plots on my mind that can happen after WrestleMania. I can see it like this. Finn wins his Intercontinental title. And Dom is officially kicked out of Judgment Day. Or Dom can win the Intercontinental title and he celebrates until he ends up like Randy Orton. Finn giving him the thumbs up until the thumbs are down. Now he's laid on the mat, bleeding, because he thought that this was a celebration until he realized it was a plan of his determination. It was a plan of him being dismembered, of him getting kicked out of the Judgment Day. So who do I think is going to win this match? I don't know. Because if Dom wins, he will have a cloud over his head. Because now he got a target on his back. And I'm sure people going to want to take that title. But I don't think Finn wants to take the title away from Dom. I think he wants to take his soul and end him. So that way, Liv Morgan can wake up and realize that Dom is not the one. You're using him just like you're using Raquel for help. Basically, she uses people because she knows she can't do this on her own, so she needs people. Raquel is getting treated like a jobber. Can't even get people to cheer for her. Can't even get people to support her. And you put the tag team titles on both of them. And then she's going around here talking about we're the greatest tag team of all time. Because you won it 3 times. Okay. So it means that people like the Bella Twins are not the greatest of all time. It means that the Iconics are not the greatest of all time. So you're saying that if I got to think of some more female groups, are you saying that are you saying that teams like, if I got to think of one, are you saying that if we got to look at people like NXT or, yeah, look at the teams that we have in NXT, Liv. We have the Meta Girls. We have the Final Attraction. Or matter of fact, what about Toxic Attraction? With Gigi and JC Jane. You telling me they're not the greatest? Oh, that's right, because Mandy left, right? Okay. Well, they were the tag team champs. So was KCKC, but y'all don't want to put the belts on them now, do you? They could have been champs, but instead you gave it to Liv and Raquel, knowing damn well they haven't faced anyone yet for it. But they're facing Lyra and Bayley when they should have been facing, like those two should be facing each other at in WrestleMania for the Intercontinental title. Could have made it a triple threat match with Roxanne. She could have had her first big moment at WrestleMania 41, but you didn't do that, did you, Hunter? That leads me to the next match that we need to talk about. Liv and Raquel versus Lyra and Bayley. Now, I think that Alexa Bliss is going to cost Liv and Raquel the titles. But the question is, will they get it back? Yes, they'll get it back at Backlash. You know? Whoever wins the Fatal 4-Way match is most likely going to face the tag team champions on Tuesday. But the question is, what's going to happen after WrestleMania on a Monday? Yes, Liv and Raquel might retain their titles, most likely. But what if the titles change hands because of an interference? Rather it's Alexa Bliss. Rather it's Dom. There's so many things that can interfere in this match. One of my subscribers said that Nia Jax might interfere. There's so many things that Liv Morgan have said that's creating so much attention in the women's locker room that can cause a lot of drama. But however, with Raquel by her corner, it's going to be very hard for that to happen. I don't know what it's going to take for Raquel to realize that Liv Morgan might be your friend in real life, but this is business. And at the end of the day, your contract is on the line here if you don't step up to the plate. Because everybody else is getting released. And you still looking at yourself as a champion. But it doesn't feel like you are, aren't you? Because everybody's looking at Liv Morgan and Dom, but they're not looking at you. Now, I'm hoping that if Liv Morgan does betray Dom, that finally that they will start to focus on Liv and Raquel. But it's hard for me to listen to the interview when all I hear is Dom this, Dom that. I don't see how I can listen to a full interview of Liv and Raquel when all I hear is Dominic Mysterio. When are we ever going to talk about Liv and Raquel? That's what I'm saying. Nobody cares about Liv and Raquel like they care about Liv and Dom. You want to know why? Because they like relationships. They don't like friendships. I wish they did, but they don't. They don't. It's not, I don't know why it doesn't promote the market, but it doesn't. Liv and Dom did Hot Ones, but not Raquel. What is y'all doing, man? Why put the belts on them if you're not going to push them? You said they have a tag team push. And this is what you call a tag team push? You're pushing a relationship more than you're pushing a friendship. Every time I see Liv and Raquel, I see embarrassment. I see humiliation. Because every time I see Raquel, I see a woman that's not paying attention to the signs. You are a jobber to the IWC. People do not respect you, Raquel. They don't like you, Raquel. And it's mainly because you forgot who you were. You forgot that you used to be one of the most dominant women in NXT. And then as soon as you get to the main roster, you're losing. You can't beat people like Ronda Rousey, Rhea Ripley. And I'm pretty sure when you get betrayed by Liv Morgan, or if you betray Liv Morgan, guess what's going to happen? Guess what's going to happen? They're going to make sure that Liv Morgan beats you. Because you did beat Liv Morgan on SmackDown. But you know how long ago that was? That was back when you was a solo competitor. And what's sad about that, Raquel, is that was the only match that you beat Liv Morgan. Imagine what Liv Morgan is going to do to you when you get in the ring with her. Raquel, you get beaten by Liv Morgan, your career is over. Your career is over if you get beaten by Liv Morgan. Because by the time you two start beefing, Dom is out. And I don't know if he's coming back in. But hopefully by that time, Dom will become champion, and hopefully he'll start doing things on his own, and we can keep the Liv and Dom moving away from each other. I don't care about these fans. These fans can eat a dick. These Liv and Dom fans can go eat a dick. Straight like that. We don't care about Liv and Dom in this channel. We care about Raquel, we care about Liv Morgan, and we care about Dominic Mysterio separately. We care about every Judgment Day member. We just don't want them together. That's it. You guys can say all the hopes and dreams all you want. But at the end of the day, they're better off solo. Liv Morgan beating Ronda Rousey at Money in the Bank. The greatest moment of all time. She won Money in the Bank and she won the Women's Championship. And you're telling me that she can't do it on her own, but she won Money in the Bank and she cashed it in on a former UFC fighter? And just because she joined a group, you're telling me that she can't do anything without Raquel and without Dominic Mysterio? Are you serious? If you listen to my last video, I said that if she want to be in another group, that's okay. I said that, the next group she joins or forms, she should have Natalya and CJ Perry. I said that. But what about Raquel? I don't know. The only suggestion I have is two things. Go after the IC belt or team up with Roxanne and you two could become champions. Because honestly, I'm just so sick and tired of people looking at Raquel like she's a jobber. And I'm sick and tired of people looking at Liv Morgan like she can't fight her own battles. You really don't remember the Liv Morgan back in 2023. She won Money in the Bank and she cashed it in on Ronda Rousey and beat Shayna Baszler to retain her title. The only reason why she lost at Extreme Rules against Ronda Rousey is because I guess the bookkeeper didn't want Ronda Rousey to lose. Otherwise, the match would have been handed to Liv. Do I think that Liv Morgan could beat Ronda Rousey? No. Not in real life, no. But do you think they would have set it up to where they would make it look like Liv Morgan could beat Ronda Rousey? Yeah, absolutely. But the person that was behind the scenes did not believe in Liv Morgan. But they allow her to be champ. Just for her to lose it against somebody that she never beaten before. I just want to say this, man. I hope it all works out for everyone. Because the only thing that's not going to work out is for Dom. Because if he becomes champ, he's going to be... his win is going to be a loss. Because if he wins it, he's going to lose it at the same time. You won it that day, but you'll lose it in the next pay-per-view. You're not going to keep that belt very long, Dom. You're not. You're only going to keep it for, I don't know, till Backlash. And then when Backlash comes, rather you face Sheamus or Kaiser. Well, if you face Kaiser, you're probably going to retain it. But if you face Sheamus or Penta or Finn, you're going to lose it. Sorry to say it. And you're supposed to have and it's crazy because ain't you supposed to have a match against Penta at Backlash in Mexico? So maybe you'll win, maybe you won't. But when it comes to Penta, listen, Penta hasn't lost a single match. And I believe in my heart that you're going to lose, just like you did in Monday Night Raw. Okay? And that's what I'm saying. You winning this belt don't mean nothing because you're still going to lose. You're still going to take L's. Unless Liv Morgan be by your corner all the time, you're going to lose. And you're not going to win a match. So this is all for nothing. It's just the hype of the moment until the moment is gone. And now you look like a fool because this was all a setup for you to lose. And, what are we supposed to say? We just told you why you shouldn't win that belt, but you might not win it. But even if you don't win it, who says you can't win it down the road? You can win it at SummerSlam, at Liv Morgan's hometown. Hopefully Liv Morgan will go after the women's world title again, or she can go after the WWE women's title, depending where she want to go, depending if she get drafted. I'm just saying. You have an opportunity, just not right now. You're taking L's right now. L's, bro. So it's going to be a minute. That's why I'm hoping that Braun Breaker retains the title, because I want Sheamus and Kaiser to get an opportunity for what they miss. So hopefully we'll get a triple threat match at Backlash between Sheamus and Kaiser and Braun. So that way whoever wins gets the title. And hopefully, we'll get that opportunity. Hopefully they'll get the opportunity. Hopefully Sheamus will be the next Intercontinental Champion. So I hope that happens, but will Braun Breaker retain? I don't know. But some people think Finn gonna win. Most people on the internet think Dom is gonna win, including C-Jack. And if that happens, then get ready for hell. Because the fire coming this way. So I already gave my predictions. I did say that Penta is going to win the Fatal 4-Way. And I did vote for Lyra and Bayley to retain because of the interference. I do believe that Alexa Bliss is going to interfere and cost Liv and Raquel the championship gold. But the good thing is, if they lose it, they'll get it back at Backlash with a rematch. And, they'll become 4-time women's champion. And then at that point, then you could say, we're the greatest women's champions of all time. Even though that's cap. You could say it then. And you could thank Bayley for that. So, because we know Bayley's going to betray Lyra. So, for that IC belt. And it's going to happen. But I would just hate for it to happen at WrestleMania. That's why I would rather for it to happen at Backlash. But I understand people don't want to see Lyra as double champion, but it's just for the moment. Okay, guys? It's just for the moment. If you could have Liv Morgan as double champion at Crown Jewel, you could definitely have Lyra as double champion just this once. It's just this one time. One time. And then after that, you can get your titles back at Backlash. So, that's my prediction. But, however, I got 3 predictions for the Fatal 4-Way match. The first one, Liv cost Dom the title for Finn to win it. Or second, Dom wins the match by Liv Morgan's help. He becomes the first ever Intercontinental Champion because of Liv Morgan. And 3, Braun retains because Liv costs either Dom or Finn the match and scores the win. Or Penta. But that's my predictions for this match. I think JD might come back to help Finn. And I think Alexa will come out to stop Liv from helping Dom win the match. And if that happens, then we got a feud on the way. So we'll see what happens, but I kind of want Liv and Dom to stay together for at least 1 or 2 months until Roxanne get involved in this storyline. But I don't know if people want to see Dom with another woman. And a lot of people do not want to see Liv Morgan with Finn, but who says that they were dating? I don't believe Liv Morgan is going to date Finn. I think they're just partners. So no, I ain't gonna be no romance, but it's definitely gonna be some partnership, and it's been that. It's just they haven't been on the same page lately due to ego. But we'll see what happens during WrestleMania 41 or Monday Night Raw. We'll see. Because like I said, all you gotta do is go back to the segment where Liv Morgan says it doesn't matter who wins. What matters is that who brings the gold back to the group. Now, of course, Liv Morgan's going to probably come out and be on some Eddie Guerrero shit saying, I lied. Okay, well, guess what? Finn Balor lied too. You both lied about two different topics that people remember and don't remember. You said it don't matter who bring back the gold, right? But you said that Dom is going to be Intercontinental Champion, right? How come Finn is not aware of that? And same with Finn. You said there's no leaders in the group. But did he lie? Corchino, yeah, you lied. Both of y'all lied. You both lied. Liv lied about whoever wins the gold brings back, it doesn't matter. And Finn lied about saying there's no leaders. But he also said no new members. And look what Dom doing. Dom tried to add a new member. And JD is probably at home somewhere wondering, is this guy try to replace me? Yes, he tried to replace you because you was out. He didn't even give a fuck about you being injured. So with that being said, that when JD comes back, he's going to throw hands on Dom. He's not going to go after Finn. He's going to go after Dom because he tried to replace him. And what Liv Morgan going to say? No. He was just trying to add a new member. No, shut up. You said that it don't matter who wins the gold as long as they bring the gold back to the group. You just said that you want Dom to win the Intercontinental Championship. So with that being said, who lied? Both of y'all. You both lied. You both lied about the leader, and you both lied about whoever wins, it don't matter. You lied on that. So you're both are liars. But Liv Morgan, you're more of a liar than Finn, because just because Finn says there's no there's no leaders in this group doesn't mean that he's not a leader. And Finn, just because Liv Morgan said it doesn't matter who wins, doesn't mean she really wants that person to win, whether it's you or Dom. She said she want Dom to win the championship. But what if it's just sarcasm? What if she wants you to win the gold? And if that happens, of course Dom is going to want to know what happened. Well, we'll tell you what happened. This was the Finn and Liv show this whole time. They've been rocking with each other since day one. And I know you guys don't like to see Finn and Liv together, but what you expect? This was all part of their plan. They've been this. And you're telling me that you don't want to see Liv with Finn this whole time? Okay, fine, cool. I don't want to see her with Finn either, but I don't want to see her with anyone. That's the thing. I don't want to see Liv Morgan with anyone except Lana. Put Lana with Liv Morgan and we're good. I don't see the problem with hot girl on girl love. But I bet you if it was Rhea and Kathy, you would, like to see that lesbian couple, right? But you don't want to see CJ Perry with Liv Morgan? Damn. Tough crowd. But that's my predictions for the Fatal 4-Way and the tag team match with Liv and Raquel and Lyra and Bayley. It's going to be interesting what these matches going to do. But hopefully, Liv and Raquel can win clean. And hopefully, in the Fatal 4-Way match, we'll get a real winner. Because I don't think people got a problem with Braun Breaker winning. And I don't think people got a problem with Penta winning. But they'll definitely have a problem with Finn winning. And hopefully Finn can defend himself, but I don't think he will because the fans ain't really rocking with him like that. And y'all expect him to have a babyface turn? Same with Liv Morgan? Are you serious? Are y'all really going to boo Liv Morgan if she betrayed Don, really? When y'all been loving her since the day y'all see her? It's going to be interesting what's going to happen on Monday Night Raw next week. But y'all get in the comment box and discuss what you guys think is going to happen in the Fatal 4-Way match, man. And what you guys think is going to happen in the match against Lyra and Bayley. Y'all comment down below. Let me know what y'all think. Give me your theories. Give me your predictions. Tell me what you think is going to happen. Like I said, tomorrow we'll be going live at 12 p.m. for the pre-show of NXT Stand and Deliver. Because Stand and Deliver is my WrestleMania Night 1. And don't worry, I will go live for Night 2 of WrestleMania 41 on Sunday on Easter at 7 p.m. But you guys got to subscribe and turn off your notifications and share with your friends because I will be going live at 12 p.m. So hopefully you guys don't have to work that day, but I will watch it. So make sure you guys tune in so that way you can hear of what is going down for NXT Stand and Deliver. Okay? So make sure you guys tune in for that because it will be on Peacock and I will stream then. All right? So get in the comment box. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, share if you're new. And let's get ready for Stand and Deliver. All right? I'm out.